Yo, this is Won't Be Too Long podcast. The NBA season is back, and the Lakers seem to be running the same formula that got them the championship last year back to this season again. Let me tell you what they got going on here. They lost JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard to Cleveland and Philly, respectively. What they gained? A former Defensive Player of the Year, an All-Star, champion Marc Gasol. Packaged up with them is the former and current NBA Sixth Man of the Year, Montrezl Harrell. At 6'7", he just plays, enormous down there in the paint. Holds it down, interior defender, crashes the boards, get blocks. He's just a, energy guy. What else they lose? They lose Danny Green, but what do you gain? A carbon copy. Guy literally just like him. Original 3-and-D guy, Wes Matthews. First career, he shoots 38% from the three-point line. So he's capable to knock it down. Then you lose Rondo, and you also lost Avery Bradley. But what did you gain? He's younger. He was a former Sixth Man of the Year candidate, but now he'll be inserted into the lineup. And he got to bring over the patch with him. You bring over Dennis Schroeder. The kid's a ball player. He just gets it done flat out. He got to be coached up this year, mentored up by Chris Paul over the past season. Now you're going on to play with King. Hey, man, it's looking good over there in LA. Then you got Bron locked up until 2023, and you got AD locked up until 2025. They got them a duo there in LA. It seems like they're just going ahead, just package up and just roll through Bron and AD for seasons moving forward. You still got Keith. You still got Kuzi Kuz. You still got Caruso. This team is deep. They can go about 9-10 deep. They'll be ready for the playoffs to just go ahead and run it back and do what it do. Bron and AD, they're just going to duo it up as they always done. And speaking of duos, there's a new one in Houston. You got John Wall, who's in town now. And guess who came to practice today? The Beard, James Harden. If I was James, I would have played it just like he did, and he played it just right. He demanded a trade. He wanted to make sure folks were out of town, and they got out of town. Because guess why? James is the only thing that keeps Houston afloat. All right? He wanted to make sure Russ left. They made sure Russ left. Mike D'Antoni kind of bailed because he didn't get the contract he wanted the year prior, whatever he was trying to do. So, I wouldn't want to be there either. You got the dysfunction of no coach, a player you don't really want to play with. I wouldn't want to be there either. But fine, they get another coach. All right? They get a little Silas there. He's holding that down over there. All right? Now, last year they played with no center for damn near half the season. And you were one of the best pick-and-roll players in the league. But Houston goes analytics route, 3 points only. We're going to keep the paint open. No big man, none of that stuff. I wouldn't want to play with that either. But again, you got Russ out and you're traded for John Wall. So before I even come back to town, if I'm James, I got to make sure a couple things are in order. John's back right, and Boogie can be a little something so I can play some pick-and-roll ball with. And guess what's happened? John looks like he is back right. Okay. We miss you in DC, John. We are. All right. And Boogie looks like he going to be something we can play some pick and roll ball with. It seems like Houston ain't no problems, at least for the time being, at least on paper, as long as James is happy. If James can stay in practice, if John can stay healthy, if Boogie can be somewhat of what Boogie was, maybe just the Boogie in Golden State, I think Houston is a problem. I think Houston is a force. And they got guys around them that can shoot the three. You still got EG. You still got Daniel House. Capable ball players. Guys that can get it done. I like what they got there. And that's it. I won't be too long.